I got time, cuz. Today I got time, cuz. You lucky on that day I was acting cool, cuz.
What?
Nigga, what's up? How gangster are you, cuz?
Hey.
I don't fuck with you, cuz. You disrespecting me.
Woo.
I don't fuck with you, cuz. You disrespecting me. I go hard, cuz.
Hey everyone, I hope you guys are doing good. I am back home in my usual location, back in the Twin Cities. Man, it's been a crazy week. I've been pumping out the content. There's a new deep dive. I was working on that for the past few days, ever since I came back from New York. I was working on that. That dropped yesterday, so if you guys have not seen it, please check it out. It is about Palantir, Peter Thiel, and the AI New World Order, okay? Y'all know I love getting in my tech bag, talk about my technical, you know what I'm saying, conspiracies, so you guys will really like this one. So please make sure you guys check it out. It's on Patreon, it's on Discord, and it's in the YouTube membership as well. So yes, y'all. Oh, y'all like the orange? Thank y'all so much. I appreciate it. I appreciate y'all. Okay. Some birthday people in the house today. More money, it's your birthday. Okay. Well, that's good, Cancers. We see y'all. Now, we were talking about this yesterday. We had a really good Zoom meeting yesterday, y'all. Y'all damn, they had me in tears, child. You know, we be going, ooh, I love them Zoom meetings because it's such a good way for people to get things off their chest, stuff that people are going through. And one thing we were talking about, like, you know, I don't know when all this started with people trying to split up the zodiacs. And I've noticed this is like a TikTok thing. We were like, oh, July Leos versus August Leos. Okay, what we're not going to do, objection, okay? Leos, we move as one. We are a pride of lions, okay? The other zodiacs can be ghetto and pull themselves apart and divide themselves by, you know, by different months. We're not going to do that, okay? If the Pisces can be all one fish, we're not going to divide July and August Leos. We're not going to do that. I seen somebody make a TikTok video talking about July Leos were insufferable. Okay, first of all, I'm a July Leo. We're not going to do that. We're not going to do that, okay? We're not insufferable. Y'all let them Cancers, them crabs, you know what I'm saying, pull each other down with that crab mentality. We will not fall into that trap, Leos. July and August Leos, we are one, okay? That is it. That's all. Period. I'm like, when did this shit start? People trying to divide July and August Leos. I think not on my watch, okay? We are one. I couldn't believe that. It's a TikTok thing. I see that all the time on TikTok. People will be like, oh, you know, whatever, insert zodiac sign. They'll be like this month versus that month. That's just a way to divide. We didn't do that growing up. We all ran as one, okay? Just one zodiac. So, yeah, we're not going to do that, okay? We you know, the Cancers, they can, you know, pull themselves apart. We won't do that as lions, okay? All right. But happy birthday to all the Cancers. My brother's a Cancer. There's a lot of people celebrating, you know, summer birthdays this month. So happy birthday to y'all, you know. Y'all will be packing the Pride Land soon, so that will, you know, make way for our season. It's coming up, and I'm just planning my birthday party. I'm excited, so, yeah, be on the lookout, you know what I'm saying? I'm post like, some info in probably, like, another week, and that's the thing, like, as a Leo, we don't celebrate, like, just one day. We celebrate the whole month, so, yeah. My party will be in August. It's not going to be in July, so, yeah. We celebrate the whole month. But I hope y'all are doing good. Like I said, it feels good to be back home. I've been on the road. I'm probably going to get back on the road again. Chad, I got things to do, okay? But while I'm here, I just had to get my deep dive out, get the content out, get the stuff flowing. You know, and I appreciate y'all. I had a great time in New York, you know what I'm saying? And, you know, despite the baby oil shenanigans and people trying to say that I'm a Diddy supporter and all this weird shit. You know, shout out to everybody who had my back. You know what I mean? The tea sippers who know me. I don't support no damn Diddy, okay? Diddy can kick rocks. But it's going to be interesting to see, like, you know, what ends up happening with that as far as sentencing. So we'll wait for that information to come out. But until then, there's so many other fish in the sea to fry. Lots of stories to get on. So we got to talk about this topic, honey. Kia says, you've been traveling. I have been. Chad, I've been traveling. I've been having a good time. You know what I'm saying? Getting out the house. Yes. Just enjoying life. Life is too short. Life is too short. And sometimes like you can find yourself stagnant with the people around you and their low vibrational energy. And now that I've cut a lot of people out of my life, it's like I just feel like myself again. I'm back in my traveling bag. I'm back in my journalism bag. I'm back doing what I love to do. So God is so good, honey. He really is. Let's see. Somebody just sent a super chat. Nisha Vega says, "Hey T." Oh, okay, Nisha. She says, "It was nice talking to you yesterday. I want to try and support you as much as I can. I can't wait to celebrate with you for your birthday." Yes, it was very nice meeting you. I'm glad you got a chance to introduce yourself to the Discord and come on the Zoom meeting. So I hope you got a chance to get that off your chest and just talk to us in a safe space. So thank you so much for the super chat. I really appreciate you. So y'all are just awesome. I swear. I love the community that we have built as tea sippers. You know what I'm saying? That's why I don't feed into the bullshit, honey. I be in my own little box with my tea sippers, chilling. Okay, that's what we do. And like the meeting yesterday was great. And it was just nice to for people to be able to get things out their chest, to cry and to just, support each other. So it was very nice meeting you. Hold on. Okay, so Mary. Oh, y'all are just bringing in the super chats. Okay, child. Um, okay, Rosemarin sent 4.99 says, "I want to pitch some annoying July Leos. It's Cancer's month." Okay, now we gave you a birthday shout out during the meeting yesterday. We're not gonna do that, Cancers. You don't need to pinch me. You got your birthday shout out. Okay. Thank you for the super chat, sis. I hope you enjoyed your birthday yesterday. Y'all are too funny. Let's see here. Mary Jane says, "I'm glad you went live, T. I felt down, but not anymore." Aw. Well, I'm glad you feel better. Welcome. Enjoy. You know what I'm saying? Have a good time here with us. So it is a lot going on in the social media space. Lots of viral stories to get into. More hobosexuals are out here just wrecking havoc. Just, treating the women that they claim that they love like trash. You know what I'm saying? And people wonder why a lot of people nowadays just prefer to be single, okay? Nobody wants to deal with some unhealed, single mother's, bastard son. Like we don't need that headache, okay? Like I told y'all during my live stream in New York, because I think Miss AB has sent a super chat and she was like, hurt people. And like I said, I'm tired of that excuse. If you're hurt, bitch, go to therapy. Go to counseling. Stop hurting other people because you were hurt. That's no excuse. You know what I'm saying? So again, we have another hobosexual out here wrecking havoc. There's a woman, she's an influencer. And it was funny because she ran across my page. I didn't know her before this, but her video is going viral all over Instagram and TikTok. And basically she's about 9 months pregnant. Like she's literally due in a few days. And she found out that her baby daddy was cheating on her. Okay. Now, it's one thing for him to be cheating with one woman. Maybe he's not attracted to her pregnant body. Who knows? Whatever stupid excuse that, some men pull out their ass. This man literally cheated with 25 different women raw. Let that sink in. 25 women raw. Now, you guys know we have been on this channel talking about how the STD rates are literally spiking. I had a really serious conversation on the 4th with my kids, their friends, because I keep it real with my kids. My kids is grown. I keep it real. HIV is on the rise. You have a lot of these damn, bandits out here, just passing around HIV like Tic Tac, excuse me. STDs, all types of stuff. So the fact that this man, knowing that there's a STI, STD crisis out here, HIV is at the highest levels, okay, in many cities. And I don't know what city they're in. He slept with 25 different women throughout her pregnancy raw. So that lets me know that not only do you not care about yourself because you're not using a condom, you don't know what these women have because half the women he was smashing, one night stands, random hookups, and then you're going back to the woman who's carrying your child and then possibly putting her at risk to catch HIV or STD. When I tell you people are very demonic out here, and it's sad that you really like, I think the older I get, I really resonate with what Tupac said. I think when I was a kid, I really didn't get it because when I was a child, I was raised to think that people are inherently good. Like, everybody's good. People are good. Bad things happen every now and then, but people are inherently good. What I've learned as I've gotten older, okay, is that the majority of people out here are not good people. The majority of people out here are fucked up individuals. That's what I've learned. There's a lot less good people out here, good-natured people, empathetic people, empaths out here than there are demons, narcissists in human flesh. That's what I've learned. Because how can you as a man, like I told y'all, when you're having a baby, that is the closest thing that a woman can come to death. You're going through so much during labor. The fact that women make it out of labor alive with healthy children is a blessing. So to put this stress on this woman is just insane. If you don't want to be with somebody, just say that. Just leave me alone. Dump me, move along. But don't sit here and cheat with multiple people and possibly bring me back HIV. Like, what the fuck is wrong with people? Just go. That's how you know a lot of people do not really care about others. Because if you don't care about yourself, how can you care about somebody else? How can you love this woman? How can you love your child? Because a man who at least has some self-esteem about himself is at least going to strap up. Because you're thinking to yourself, well, I'm a man. They all claim to be high-value men, right? So you're thinking to yourself, I'm a potential high-value man. I don't want to sit here and knock up, a hood rat. This woman is willing to have sex with me on the first night. She don't know me from a can of paint. I don't want to risk knocking her up. So let me at least protect myself because I don't know what she might have. She could get pregnant. But that's how you know a lot of folks are trifling. Low self-esteem, low self-worth. All he was doing was mirroring this successful influencer. He was not high value at all. Because a high value person is not going to put themselves in that situation. If you have to sleep with that many people, and I don't know if it was within the span of 9 months or within the span of 2 months, who knows? But it was 25 different women. I believe you're hiding from something. You're having to sleep with all these women at one time because you might be having issues with your own self-worth, sexuality, and you're trying to cover it by womanizing. I see it a lot, especially in Atlanta. Because a lot of men in Atlanta like to womanize. And I be feeling like, when you're messing with that many people, what are you running from? It's sad. So let me go ahead and pull up her page here. Because now, like, she's on, like, the Shade Room. Like, everybody's talking about this on social media. Let me see where it's at. Hold on. Here she is. So, Spiritual World I have both pages. Let me just go ahead and share my screenshot. Give me just a second. Hold up. Let me see something. I don't think I had this set up. Let me fix this real quick. Hold on. Okay. So as you guys see here, woman exposes cheating partner who committed adultery with 25 women. Okay. Her name is Sadia Sanae. Sorry if I mispronounce her name. But this is her here. That is the the baby daddy. So this is what she wrote. She says, and sometimes you just get cheated on while pregnant. Never in 1 million years would I think that I'd be making a post like this, but this has been my new reality. I just recently found out that the father of my child has been cheating on me with multiple women unprotected, putting myself and my baby at risk. I have 1 month left of my pregnancy, 2 incidents in the last 5 days. That is crazy. 25 plus women. This is another level of strength and adversity that I have been faced with. I'm making this post for all the women out there who can do every single thing right with their partner for their baby's best interest and still get the unfair hand. There were zero signs. I did not know he was living a double life. While it would be so easy to break down right now, my baby needs me more than ever, and I'm actually grateful that this information was presented to me so that I can learn from this. Keep me in prayer. Keep my baby in your prayers. And I hope that all the women out there love themselves enough to walk away, cut things off, and do not honor the version that they have for them, and do not honor the vision that they have for themselves. Regardless of how difficult the scenario may be, God will make a way. He always does. He always will. Thank you to the women who have reached out to me, letting me know of this sick behavior. I'm truly grateful for the protection and divine timing. Hoo-wee. This is just so sad. So now let's go ahead and keep going. And then look at this stupid narcissist. This is the message from the father. This disgusting man who put this woman and this potential baby at risk for all types of STDs and HIV. He says, yo, I know you hurt, but you try to air me out onto the Instagram is so immature. Fucking loser. Has the nerve to address her by saying, yo, I know you hurt. Bitch, what? Are you serious? Just a narcissist. Disgusting. So girl number one, we met May 17th. He had a friend with him, but I forgot his name. That's the night his window on his car got broken. Broken car windows. Interesting. Later, he invited me to this Airbnb and we had sex that night. It was unprotected. I got tested a few weeks later and everything came back negative, thank God, because I had no idea he was sleeping with so many people. Okay, baby girl, objection. Why are you sleeping with the man that you just met the same day who got a broken car window? It's giving brokey vibes. So, I mean, I'm glad you didn't get anything, but why are you sleeping with him the same night unprotected? Let me keep reading, child. Then she says, he told me he was single that night and was flirting with other people as well. I know he's been trying to come up a few times to see me. Again, I'm so sorry. It actually makes me sick knowing a man can do that to the mother of his child, and you are gorgeous at that. Okay, girl. Next. Girl number 2. She says, how many times have y'all had sex? She says, I met him on Saturday at a house party with the same homeboy she's talking about twice. This is insane. Okay. Oh, she got some voicemails. Let's listen.
Going through this right now. I did not know anything about him having a girlfriend, let alone an impregnated girlfriend. I am so sorry about this. Hey girl, I'm so sorry that you're going through this right now. I did not know anything about him having a girlfriend, let alone an impregnated girlfriend. I am so sorry about this. Hey girl. And he was telling me,
girl number 4,
that he already had a son, that he was single, he was telling me that he already had a son, that he was single, and everything. We've been drinking a lot.
Number 5. I feel like I'm on Sesame Street at this point. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. You are a ho.
And I told him to use a condom, and he was like kind of like fighting me on it. Like, I remember him like saying he didn't really want to use it and like kind of going back and forth with me. And I was just like, well, we're not doing anything if you don't use a condom. But I do have a feeling, and I can't prove this, but I do have a feeling that he took it off at the very end. Everything we've been.
Objection. This man is disgusting. She had to fight with this man that she just met to use a condom, and she has a feeling that he still turned around and took the shit off. Are you kidding me right now? And this whole time he knows he has a pregnant girlfriend at home and that he could be putting that woman and the baby at risk. What a demon. What a straight up demon in human flesh.
Mm-hmm. So I
Number 6.
left it at that because I was already getting those signs. But truly, I apologize from my end just because I didn't do my due diligence to ask those questions.
Yeah. It's okay. I mean, I appreciate you even apologizing, but clearly your intuition was telling you something, you know?
Yeah, it definitely was.
Yeah. And so, where did y'all have sex?
We were in the car.
You did it in the car?
Yeah.
Yeah. So this was like after the party. Like what date was this?
This was just last week on Thursday.
Oh
You're
my God.
lying.
Not last week.
Oh my God.
So
I gotta come back on the screen, child. Not him getting nookie in the car just last week. What in the fuck? What? Child. Well, let me say this. First of all, shout out to the sisterhood. I respect the women who came forward because they didn't know. He's a liar and a manipulator. And I'm glad that she didn't get mad at the women. You know, like I always say, don't get mad at the women. You know, these trifling ass demons, these narcissists, they're gonna do what they do. You know what I'm saying? These hobosexuals. So it makes no sense to get mad at the woman. You know what I'm saying? I love when women love to, spill all the tea. Let's sip this tea together. Oh, he ain't shit. Well, thank you for, waking me the fuck up. Okay? So I'm glad she didn't get mad at the women and that her issue is with her man, because that is who is at fault here. And y'all can, yes, I don't think anybody should just be sleeping with somebody right off the rip. I'm sorry. Y'all can call me sex negative, but there's too much shit out here. I'm not having no one night stand with nobody. I'm not sleeping with nobody on the first night, bitch. I need to see my charts. You need to log in front of me. I need to see your status. Okay? That's how I get down. I'm not getting with nobody at no party, no kickback. No, fuck that. There's too much stuff out here that is incurable. Okay? So my thing is, you had these women hooking up with him. He didn't want to use a condom. And the whole time he knew that he was in a relationship. So his loyalty should have been to her, and it wasn't. So I respect the fact that these women are coming and they're telling her their stories. But this needs to be a wake-up call for a lot of women out here, especially a lot of these young girls. I know hookup culture is a big thing. Like I said, I had children, early in their 20s. So these are the conversations I have with my children. I have with their friends when their friends come over. When their homegirls come over. Like, I know y'all be on these apps, y'all be on Tinder, and I'm like, you just can't do that, because it just takes one time with the wrong person. And a lot of people are just trifling. They will say anything, you know what I mean? And especially if it's just a man intent on having sex, they will sit here and make up all types of stories. The woman at home is always, the bad guy. Oh, she doesn't cook. She never leaves the house. It's always some type of excuse. You know what I'm saying? But they're just saying that to just get some. Nothing more, nothing less. Because if the woman at the house is that bad, why is he not gone? Why has he not left this pregnant woman if she's such a horrible person? He hasn't left her because he's benefiting from her status. She's an influencer. She's a fitness model. You know what I'm saying? He wants to benefit by what she's built. So, but kudos to the sisterhood for coming together and, letting her know that her baby daddy wasn't shit. So she did post something today. So let's go and click on this here. I love how she posted this. I mean, imagine, it just screams dust. Yo, I know you hurt, but try to air me out Instagram with the immature. Just immature. Fucking loser. Just disgusting. So, so she said, let me read what she wrote on here. Hold on. See if I can move this in a bit. Child. Oh no, my screen is acting funny. Let me just read it to y'all. So she said, slide 1, this is what lack of accountability looks like and an apology looks like. Literally sickening. The audacity to insult someone when you've been doing things crazy. No honesty, no transparency, no remorse, just playing victim, deflecting, and accountability. The rest of the slides, the things being done in the dark, very carelessly unsafe. Story after story, also while being intimate with me. So grateful the mask fell off and the true colors have been revealed. Thank you to everyone for your support during this vulnerable time in my life. You only get one first pregnancy, so I plan on cherishing these last few days the best as possible. Today marks 30 days until my due date. I actually have to be induced on July 23rd due to just finding out I have, chlorositis or something. I will be doing everything in my power to make sure the baby boy is cared for and safe. So her baby is going to be due on the 23rd. So she posted this today. She says, God don't play about me. What a week. Registry link in my bio. It's been 72 hours since everything came to light. Not once have I received an apology or even a simple I'm sorry, just silence, deflection, and a complete lack of remorse. But I'm not waiting on an apology because God is already working things out for me. This baby I'm genuinely excited about. What's to come for us. I give birth in 12 days on July 23rd. Doctors told me I'm being induced. I cried. I'm nervous, but I'm also filled with so much hope and love. I opened some of the registry gifts and I felt overwhelmed in the best way. We're preparing. We're protected. Baby boy is going to have everything he needs. Let me clear a few things up. No, I will never get back with him. A blind man could see I'm out of his league. Girl, thank you for realizing your self-worth. Amen. Hold on. Let me stretch this out here so y'all can see this. Let me fix this here. There we go. Move this over a bit. Because I want y'all to see what she's writing. She's saying some powerful stuff here, okay? She says, don't be confused. The photos of him are still up because I'm not protecting anyone who jeopardized my baby's health. We bring shame back over here. Thank you. Bring back shame. Blast him. We need to know what he looks like. He's a walking STI, possible STD factory. So I'm glad that she didn't delete the pictures. You know what I'm saying? Put him on that. There's a app on Facebook. Are we dating the same guy? Make sure you put him on that as well. Blast him on that also. You'll find a lot of tea on that app, especially in the Twin Cities. Okay? Let's see here. Number 3, and no, I'm not heartbroken over someone who clearly is struggling with their own demons. I'm more tired than anything and currently living in North Carolina all by myself where I don't know anyone. So yes, I do feel a little alone, but this is temporary. My focus right now is to be safe and have a healthy delivery. That's it. 4, to the people defending his behavior, projecting their own low standards onto me. We are not the same. Some of us love ourselves too much to tolerate betrayal disguised as love. Amen. Don't let those hood rats and hood boogers, shame you. Just because they're willing to accept Dusty Dante, that's their business, okay? Women who have things to lose, we move on gracefully, okay? We don't have time to argue with trash. We cut and we move. So I'm glad she's doing that. Let the, Build-A-Bear Barbaras, have the Dusty Dantes. We're not doing that around these parts. Number 5, he deactivated his page. Oh, okay. Don't deactivate your page now, keep your page active. You've been out here slinging dick, get some more. Keep on slinging it. Don't be ashamed now. She says he deactivated his page because accountability is foreign to him. I know that's right. Girl, I love her. She's so smart. Okay? A compulsive liar with no sense of right or wrong lied to my face without flinching while knowing exactly what he was doing behind my back. But what's done in the dark always finds the way to the light. Amen, amen, amen. No objection with anything she's saying. Okay? Amen. Amen. And he's not going to have any type of accountability. He's not going to apologize because he's a narcissistic demon. They're never going to apologize because they're always the victim. You know, that's how they operate. They operate in the shadows. They're not used to accountability. And once they get exposed, because, you know, the light, that exposes demons. Once demons are exposed by the light and by the truth, they scurry off. And then, you know, they come up with falsehoods in their mind. And, you know, he'll turn around and make her the bad guy because she has standards and she's not willing to settle. Now she's the bad guy, you know, she's no good. She thinks she's all that, you know, then you're the bad guy. That's what they do. They like to deflect because they don't want to take any accountability for their actions. They will look at you straight in the face and lie. This is what these demons do. And then once they're exposed and everybody knows their tea, then they want to deactivate pages. You know what I'm saying? They want to do all types of bullshit. So I'm so glad she knows her worth. Fuck him. Okay? Then she goes on to say, to everyone supporting me, thank you. If you'd like to bless baby Win and the link is in the bio and has a naming registry items. Drop any ideas, tips, love for a healthy delivery. So, yeah. Oh, okay, man left a comment. He said, there aren't enough fellas on this post uplifting this queen. Safe delivery to your bundle of joy. All right, shout out to the good guys coming on here. I mean, this story is just so sad. So sad. Beautiful woman. So this is the trash man here. This is him, the narcissistic demon that's raw dogging people and potentially bringing her STDs and STIs. It's sad. This is why I say you never envy anybody's relationship because you don't know what these dusty Dantes are doing behind the scenes. You know what I'm saying? Never, ever idolize anybody's relationship. This is sad. And they look like a good, perfect couple. You know? So I'm glad she didn't see, she's a fitness influencer. She's doing her thing, traveling. You know, look at that. Had a 6-pack before, you know, he knocked her up. Damn shame. They did the gender reveal here. Poppy went and got some sloppy top after the gender reveal. Fucking demon. Just sad. Imagine being at a gender reveal excited, but you're sleeping with 25 other women. What a loser. Wow. That's so sad. That is so sad. Wow. So disgusting. This was just in March. In March, he was at this gender reveal.
God yourself, my God. We thank you for who you are. We thank you for the prayer. Grace. We thank you for the love that you would give us, Lord. And I pray, Lord, that you would.
Objection! Not the prayer at the gender reveal, but you can't keep your peen in your pants. Oh, but see, let me get off this girl page, child. That's how they'll do. They'll be in church every Sunday, honey, and be sinning Monday through Saturday. Slinging dick like nobody's business, okay? And then be at church Sunday praying, Lord have mercy. And will shame you for not being at church. Like, oh, I didn't see you at church this week. Yeah, because I slept in. Don't worry about when I go to church, bitch. Worry about what the fuck you doing Monday through Saturday, okay? We prayed up over here. Like, I can't believe this shit. Had the nerve to lead the entire people at the gender reveal in a prayer. But you're sitting here cheating on this woman. Oh, my goodness. That is so sad. But they be the main ones. Oh, they'll be in the pulpit first thing Sunday morning. Hungover from Saturday night from, you know, fucking whatever random they had, but in church bright and early Sunday judging everybody else. You can't make this up, child. You cannot make this up. What she's dealing with is a narcissist. And I swear I could write a book on narcissism at this point, child. But what she's dealing with is a narcissist. A narcissist is a demon in human flesh. And it can be, like I've talked about this before in prior live streams. A lot of them, they move with the spirit of Jezebel. They move with the spirit, they have incubus and succubus spirits. They move with the spirit of Leviathan. Okay? And y'all can look at these different spirits in the Bible. So you got to watch out for people like this. They feel no remorse. They have no empathy. They are sent here to basically drain you of your energy, your life force. And the thing that's sad is she's probably suspecting things were going on, probably getting sicker, just going through stuff. There's a trend on TikTok. One of my homegirls sent it to me about women who get with men before they met the narcissist and then after. Have y'all put a tick up if you've seen that trend on TikTok. When I was with my boyfriend, before I got with this man and after. These women are drained. When they got with the guy, beautiful. Body on point, hair done, nails done. They had a glow about themselves. And these men are like energy vampires. And they have drained them. Drained their resources, their money, their looks. Just ruined their self-esteem. Okay, y'all have seen that trend. It is so sad, but it's real. It is real. And again, this is not a man bashing, stream. This can happen to men as well. If you're a good man, far and few between, but if you're a good man, you can, Jezebel spirits, they can drain you as well. But this trend is for women. It's sad. It is really sad. Let me see if I can find one on TikTok. Hold on. Let me see if I can possibly find one before and after. But if you guys haven't seen that trend, who are we? Before and after. Before and after relationship, that might be it. Let me see. I'm just trying to look and make sure that we're clicking on the right hashtag. Oh, wait. Anna's going through it too. Damn, she gained all this weight. Toxic. Let me see. Before and after. That might be one. Not, hold on. Let me see before and after. It's not showing a lot of them. Hold on. Before and after. Because it's the one girl that went like super viral. And then maybe having music on. That's another thing too. I don't want to pull up any with music. Before divorcing my narcissist. Let me see if this is one. Yeah, see, they all have music. So y'all gonna have to, I'm not about to get dinged for this trend. But if y'all go on TikTok, y'all will see them like before and after, dating a toxic narcissist, things like that. But yeah, people will like really drain you of your energy and of your life force. And this, like I said, this goes for men and women. And your body will send signals before your heart and your mind catches up. So you have to really listen to your body, because I'm sure she was starting to sense certain things. But, a lot of times as women, and especially when you're empathetic and you're in a relationship and you're in love, you kind of gloss over things, or you'll ignore certain signs, or you'll even, come at yourself like, damn, I think I'm tripping. Or, what I'm saying, like, no, that can't be it. You'll start questioning yourself like you're crazy. And then, of course, it doesn't help that they're gaslighting you and lying to your face, right? But always believe your gut instincts. When your gut instincts tells you that this person what they're presenting is not adding up, just believe it. Because 9 times out of 10, they're liars. That's what demons do. They just lie. They speak with a forked tongue. Nothing they've ever said is real. And then, again, of course you're going to be sad. She's going to be sad. She's going to go through her depression. She's going to go through a lot. Plus she has this baby, which is even more sad because the baby's going to be a reminder and a tie to him for life, But it is what it is, right? She also needs to be careful, protect herself, stay away from him, because what she fell in love with was the version that he presented, which was a lie, which was a complete lie. Who he is was that message. Yo, why you blasting me on Instagram? You being immature. That's the real him. That's the real him. That prayer and everybody clap, gender reveal, is it a boy or a girl? That was a mask. The real him is, yo, why you put me on blast? That's him. That's him. Yeah. So she needs to remember that the guy that she fell in love with, that was a mask. The real him is that person in that message. That's the real him. No apology. No, I'm sorry. No, ownership. Just disappears, ghost is. But that's what they do. And like I said, anybody who has to sleep with that many people in such a short period of time, I feel like they're hiding something. If you have to sleep with that many women, what are you running from? Low self-esteem, low self-worth, trauma from, traumatic childhood experiences, and possibly being on the DL. I believe that wholeheartedly. Because to sleep with 25 different women, to when you don't even have enough respect for yourself and your body, is insane. The woman in that voicemail said she had to argue with him to put on a condom. How low is your self-worth that you're willing to hit it raw, knowing that you have a woman at home? It says a lot about these guys out here. You're willing to contract HIV just to get some coochie. You're willing to contract a lifetime disease just to get some ass. And you got free ass at home. Make it make sense. So like I told y'all ladies, protect y'all's wombs. Y'all thought I was reaching when I made that video, that live stream I did 2 months ago. Protect your wombs. It's real out here. I encourage everybody to go through HIV TikTok, and you will see so many women's stories, Black women, women in the UK, spicy Latinas. I'm talking about beautiful women. You would not think that these women had HIV, and they are sharing their stories. Asian women as well, sharing their stories on how they contracted HIV from said partner, said narcissist. So I advise everybody, male, female, go down the HIV TikTok rabbit hole, because it is real out here and it's scary. That woman looked like she had the perfect life. Had a strong Black man next to her. Beautiful gender reveal. She looked beautiful pregnant. I couldn't even imagine going through something like that pregnant. That's horrible to go through when you're not pregnant. Your man sleeping with 25 different women. And imagine being pregnant and being due. I'm not gonna lie. A lot of y'all, if this pregnancy was early enough, shit. Clock that tea. Just keep her in prayer, because it's going to be hard. I feel so bad that she has this connection to this man, but all she can do is raise her son to be a better man. That's all she can do. But I wouldn't want my son around that demon at all. He couldn't even see that baby. If you didn't care enough about the child to not put that child at risk for whatever STI, illness, you don't need to see the baby. He wouldn't get a phone call when the baby's born. I would take my baby. She makes enough money as an influencer. Move on with my life. Get his ass for child support, because, bitch, you will be paying for this child. But Other than that, I couldn't get the child support and go. Whoo! Somebody said chop chop for real. I wasn't trying to go there, but I know y'all tea sippers, y'all don't play that shit. Y'all know what I mean. If it was early enough, a lot of people would be like, oh, okay, well, say less. Next. But it's not. It's too late. It's too late. It's just sad. Okay, JBI, y'all just believe anything she say. Okay, we got it. Okay, Dusty alert. Did she just come online and make this up, or did she play voicemails of women stating that they were sleeping with her baby daddy? She literally bought receipts. Did you just get here, sir? See, people who defend that's because you're engaged in the same type of nasty behavior. There's literally women on voice notes saying, I'm so sorry I slept with him. I didn't know y'all were together. I just met him this night. He didn't want to wear a condom. She had literally 4 or 5 different voice messages from different women, different ethnicities and backgrounds. But why y'all believing her? She could be lying. She bought receipts, sir. Child. Okay. No. Don't block. I mean, he's free to, I just saw his comment. I ain't got to remove him. You can be in here and, that's his opinion. But I don't know if he just got here. But, your comment was really dusty. Because if you've been here from the beginning, she bought receipts. I wouldn't be doing the stream if she didn't have receipts. Okay? Either way, like I said, men and women, protect yourself because these narcissists are out here. Female narcissists, male narcissists, protect yourself. Protect your energy. And if you get an inkling that what somebody is telling you is lies, listen to your gut instinct. So many times, especially as empaths, you try to give people the benefit of the doubt. Fuck that shit. Ain't no benefit of the doubt. As soon as your gut instincts tells you that something is not right, run. Run. So I don't know why you would think that she's making this up when we just literally listen to voicemails of women apologizing to her. Deb 30 T skin is gorgeous, by the way. Thank you, Deb. I appreciate you. Yeah. Ooh, we got over 6,000 people in here. Shout out to everybody in here. Let me read some of these super chats. Let's see here. Clara Mason, $20 says, I just finished the deep dive. Thank you for keeping us informed. As always, I love you and I appreciate you. Thank you so much. I'm glad you enjoyed the deep dive. Please leave me some feedback because I know I don't post it on YouTube. So always feel free to leave feedback on the deep dives video or in Discord or on Patreon or the YouTube membership. So I always read the feedback. So thank you so much. I appreciate you. Let's see here. Brown Sugar says, I'm gonna let the Cancers and Leos have y'all's moment, but the Virgos are the GOAT. Kanye voice. T, when the tea sipper cruise, I'm ready. We could do a little tea sipper cruise, child, but the way Carnival, I'm not trying to be on there with all that ratchetness, okay? I want to do an adult one. Like I said, when I went on my Carnival cruise, I did have a good time. I didn't see my issue was there was a lot of kids. It was too many kids. My kids are grown now, so I don't have a bunch of, I have patience, but not for bad kids. Kids who know how to sit down and eat, and they're not throwing ice cream everywhere, not riding up and down the elevators. It was just too many kids on there for me. But maybe we can all do like a Virgin cruise or something, because I heard Virgin is adults only. I'd be down to go on a cruise with maybe 10, 15 people. And just, cruise the high seas, shit. I want to go to Alaska. I want to do an Alaskan cruise. See some whales and stuff. I would do that. So we can plan something. Don't threaten me with a good time. Let's see here. La says, women are powerful beings. When will women realize that being with a man will just make you vibrate lower? Wake up, ladies. I don't want to say that because, again, we don't want to say all men, right? Trying to have faith, y'all. There are good men out here, but, the more I see these stories, I'm like, well, damn. what is going on with our men out here? And and it's not just black men, of course. It's men of all races. I don't know. I don't know I don't know if it's like, Mercury retrograde. I don't know what is going on right now in the dating world, in relationship world, but it is really sad and depressing. Like, I'm starting to see why y'all ain't out here having babies. Cause I be like, oh, why don't y'all want to have no kids? Like, I'm really starting to see now. The more that I hang out on TikTok, I'm like, damn, it's that bad out here? I don't know, man. It's scary. But it's like, I'm seeing that. People are saying it's not a lot of options. RDH says, I'm a good man. You a good man? Savannah, is RDH a good man? RDH, he was in the Zoom meeting. Do you like women? I'm not trying to be fun. I'm just asking. Because I remember that name. Because I had changed your name in the Zoom meeting. Because, yeah, there's a lot of good gay men. We want, I want a good straight man. You know what I'm saying? Where are they at? Because the gay men between their little boyfriends, y'all be in love. The studs, too. Y'all be going on trip. Remember TK had me cracking up yesterday when she was telling her story. The studs be going on whole little vacations to the islands, and I said the gays are living their best life. Most of my friends who are in the happiest relationships, they're gay. Like, what is going on with the heterosexuals? I'm like, not the all lesbian island adventurers. I said the damn rainbow community be living their best life, honey, because I'm like, the heterosexuals, all y'all do is beef online and cheat on each other, damn it. Because TK's little vacation stories, I be here for them. I'm like, damn. The studs, they treat you well like that? Oh, okay. Shit. Like, the studs is taking all the girls. Oh my gosh. I like heterosexual men. You know what I'm saying? But good God, social media got me scared of them. Hoo-wee. And then when I be in Atlanta, my friends be trying to warn me like, oh yeah, most of the guys down here are fluid. I said, what the hell is fluid? Then they broke it down. I'm like, and I'm talking about you can meet the most finest guys, got themselves together, and then like your friend has slept with them. So it's like, well, what the fuck? I don't want to date them if they slept with you too. Well, shout out to the LGBT child. Y'all are winning right now. Y'all are winning right now. I'm not seeing a bunch of angry LGBT, stories online. It's just, it's the heteros. The heterosexuals are having all the issues right now. So shout out to y'all. I see all the rainbow flags in the chat. Shout out to y'all. But like I said, I never want to generalize, right? Because there are good men out here who don't cheat, who are faithful. But again, I don't know. I haven't ran across them. You know what I'm saying? Maybe, like I said, I'm praying. I'm praying for a good, strong Christian man with values. Maybe one day he'll come. We'll see. Maybe one day. But as of now, I haven't ran across too many. Okay? Just keeping it real. But if they do exist, hit me up. If you got a uncle who got himself together, who's faithful, who's a good man, Savannah, introduce me to your uncle. Right. Look, somebody in the chat said, where are they? I know that's right, relaxation. That's what I'm trying to find out. Where are they at? Where are they at? Because I swear, boy, it's a needle in a haystack. Let's see here. Kayla sent $5 says, I thought most people were good. You should treat others how you want to be treated. Learn people are inherently evil and selfish the hard way. Oh, yeah. Yeah. I'm telling you, me and my friend had a hour conversation. Matter of fact, me and Ronan. Ronan's a good black man. Yeah, he's a good black man. Shout out to Ronan. Me and him talked the other day for like an hour. We were just talking, you know what I'm saying? He was speaking life into me. And I told him, I said, I used to just think that people were inherently good and, you give people the benefit of the doubt. I said, but what I have learned, because, I'm about to celebrate another birthday. What I have learned in my 40 plus years of living, okay? You're right. Most people are inherently evil, selfish, and you learn it the hard way. It's sad. It's very hard to find people who are genuinely good. They don't want anything from you. They're not using you. They're not manipulating you. They're not coming in with ulterior motives. When you find people like that, keep them. And I'm talking about friendships, relationships, whatever. Keep them close. That's why me and Ronan been rocking to this day. We've been cool for like 15 years. That's like one of my best friends because he's a genuine person. He'll be at the birthday party. You know, he's going to be there partying with us. But yeah, it's a hard lesson to learn. But a lot of people are very manipulative. They'll come into your life with ulterior motives. It's sad, but it's true. And that's why, like, I get why a lot of people, once they get to a certain level, you know, economically, you know, job-wise, they're climbing the corporate ladder. You notice your friend group and the people that you hang with, it gets smaller and smaller. Because you start to make people uncomfortable. Because you have goals, you have dreams. You know what I'm saying? And, you know, and once you know who you are and you won't allow people to play in your face, then you're a bitch, you're stuck up, you're everything but a child of God. But no, you're not playing in my face. I've been through too much. So definitely strengthen your discernment. If that's the one thing I can say, strengthen your discernment. Don't listen to people's words. Words are hollow. Watch their actions. Watch how they move. Okay? Because integrity is what people do when nobody's watching. That's what you have to watch for. Because people will sell you a pipe dream. They'll talk a good game. They'll act like they have, oh, I'm making such and such amount per month, and I'm doing this, and I'm an entrepreneur, and I'm a baller, and I got this, and I got this. Talk. And then once you start peeling the onion and peeling back the layers, you'll find out everything in the inside is rotten. So you got to watch people. Don't listen to nothing nobody says. Watch them, period. That's the truth. Yes, Deborah, yep. Trust your gut. Actions speak louder than words. Yeah, once you get to a certain age, you just don't give a damn. Once I get it, like, if you're still in your 20s, you're trying to be friends with people and keep relationships. Bitch, I'm 40. I will cut you off quick. I don't care. I don't have time for nonsense. I'm not going back and forth with nobody. I love my peace. And I'm okay being in my peace, being in my sanctuary. When I want to dip out, I dip out. My kids are grown. When I want to travel, I'm out. You know what I'm saying? Once you get to a certain age, you do not have time for the bullshit. I feel like once you get to a certain age, you need to have certain things. And if you don't have that, there's nothing else to talk about. We're not settling. I'm not raising no single mother's, loser child. I'm not doing it. Either you coming to the table with something or you got to move around. And she even said it herself that she was dating somebody who was, who wasn't on her level, unfortunately. So it's a sad and it's a hard lesson learned, but she'll be okay. I'm just glad that she's not blaming herself and that she's not making excuses for him. And most importantly, that she's not taking him back. Because if she takes him back, the disrespect will be even worse the second time around. The second time around, she might find him in bed. Okay? With a fluid person. Okay? So, yeah. She needs to move around. Let's see here. Laura Lee. Oh, I pronounced that perfectly. Laura Lee. That's pretty. I like how it's spelled. She sent $50. She says, Auntie, I've been watching you for years. You helped me through my postpartum depression when I had my baby. She will be 9 on the 15th. Thanks for all you do. That is so sweet. Thank you so much for the super chat. And I'm so happy I was able to help you through your postpartum depression. Postpartum is no joke, so we're definitely going to keep this sister in prayer because I know she's going to go through it when she has that baby, especially she's going to be a single mother because we all know he's not going to do anything. So I'm just glad you're able to make it through, and I'm glad that your daughter is 9 and doing well. You know what I'm saying? So thank you for being an OGT sipper. I appreciate you. Let's see here. Pillow Princess said $4.99 says, I know T about to be high. You know it. Y'all know I can't stand the narcissist, honey. I could talk about that shit all day, every day. Narcissistic abuse, let's go. I can't stand them. They are demons. So you know I was gonna take that one personally. Let's see here. Candy Lynn said, did you hear about the Philly trash strikes? Yes, we talked about it on Discord yesterday. They finally came to an agreement, and I'm glad. I found out on Discord that Philly trash workers are the lowest paid in the country. So they definitely deserve a pay raise. And I hope people appreciate the fact that these men who work in sanitation, they work hard. You know, it's very easy to judge, but you see how the streets of Philly filled up with trash. You know, these people are essential. So thank you for the super chat. Appreciate you. Let's see here. Whoop, it's Nina sent $9.99. She says, and look, shout out to the woman for putting his name and face to it and putting the blame where it belongs. And they wonder why we avoid them like the plague. Yeah, I respect her. She said, I'm not about to sit here and delete pictures. I want y'all to see who this man is. So when y'all see him, you can run. Absolutely. That, like I said, that's why I love pages like, are we dating the same man? Check those pages out. You know what I'm saying? Oh, shit. Okay. Go ahead and move the fuck along. Yes, put their asses on blast. So I'm glad that she's like, no, I'm not deleting his picture. And then the fact that he made no apology, just, trash. Let's see here. Sparkly says, one night stands never made sense to me unprotected. Yeah, I don't get it either, but you know, again, grown folks gonna do what grown folks gonna do. For me, I just feel like that's scary to just have a one night stand with a random person. I don't know. I believe in soul ties. I don't want some random person having a piece of my soul. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, no. But to each his own. Each his own, child. Whoop, it's Nina says, love you, T, for holding people accountable. You're welcome. Thank you for the super chat. Miss B says, women need to be careful of the man you make a father. Yeah, that is very true. You have to be selective. Miss Melanated sent $9.99 says, this is why STI tests are done at the end of pregnancy. When the woman comes in to deliver, get tested. Make sure all partners are tested. Use condoms and take PrEP. It's not the 70s anymore. I've heard, too, that, excuse me, that a lot of women will find out at the end of their pregnancy when they do that STI test that's when they find out that their man was cheating. Because for the most part, most pregnant women are not out there cheating. They're protecting their wombs. So if I didn't have an STD before my pregnancy and now I have one now, you've been fucking somebody else. So I've heard those stories on TikTok too, you know, where people have found out that they got HIV and whatever else during their pregnancy from, you know, the baby daddy. So very scary. Let's see here. Kayla L. Senfai says, narcissist and their need to protect their image is wild. Why are you treating people like doo-doo brown but get upset when they tell people about it? Exactly. Yep. Because again, that's that demon in them. They can't be exposed to the light. You know, they had to keep this persona on for their friends and their family. And then once people see them for who they really are, they just lose it. They go crazy. So, yeah. Eat, Slay, Pray says, having unprotected sex with a complete stranger is a dangerous game. Diseases are real. Always protect yourself. It could be you. Exactly. That is so true. It's a roll of the dice. I mean, you see how the girl said that she ran to go get a STD test, you know, a few days later. But it's like, why even put yourself through that? You know what I'm saying? Like, you should be wanting to get tested before you even get with this person so y'all can swap results. I don't know. Tua says, Dusty's wonder why the 4B movement is happening. Then they want to claim there's a male loneliness, a male loneliness epidemic. More like an untitled male epidemic. Yeah. Yeah. I guess that is why there's a male loneliness epidemic, because people are not playing that. Mm-mm. Um, Whoop, it's Nina says she needs to look at her state and see if she can file a civil suit for sure, because this is straight up evil. You sent a lot of super chats tonight. Like, have you been through this? And I'm not trying to be funny. Like, have you been through this type of situation? Because I didn't know you could file civil suits for somebody cheating on you and potentially putting you at risk. That's very interesting. Please spill the tea. Can somebody like file civilly if somebody like gave them like a disease? Cause that's what I was like, can these people not go to jail for that? Like when I was going through HIV TikTok, I'm like, these people who are spreading it should be locked up. Like when you're purposely spreading it, that's insane. I didn't know you could file a civil suit though. King Devante, Sim 499 says, I'm almost 30, still single. The right man will come along one day. Hope he's black or Hispanic. Okay. Well, again, I wish you all the best. Don't settle. You know what I'm saying? Do not settle. Make sure it's the right person for you. You guys have the same morals, values. You know what I'm saying? So good luck. Good luck to everybody out here who's single and just waiting for the right person. You know what I'm saying? I'd rather, just have your peace. Peace is so valuable. Rather be single and have your peace than be in a toxic relationship with a demonic narcissist any day. Okay? Dexter Davis. Hey, Dexter. He just gifted somebody a membership to go and watch the deep dive. So thank you, Dexter. And I know you coming to my birthday party, so I will see you. I'll see you in a few weeks. Let's see here. LV says, hey, T, a brother in Christ literally sexually assaulted me as I was crying and confiding in him about my family issues. Told the head pastor will sue him. Oh, wow. I'm sorry to hear that. So you were confiding with somebody who was a brother in Christ and they sexually assaulted you. Wow. Hooey. Like I said, even demons hide behind the church, which is sad. I mean, you see how he led the family in a prayer and the whole time he's cheating on that woman. That's sad. I'm sorry to hear that. I'm sorry that you went through that. Keita sent me $100. Thank you so much, Keita. Appreciate you, love. Thank you for the super chat. 2 Clarence 499 says, if you want to know somebody's mind, listen to their words. If you want to know their heart, watch their actions. Love you, T. Amen. I agree with that 100%. I love that. If you want to know their mind, listen to their words. If you want to know their heart, watch their actions. That is so true. Cheeky Entertainment says, yay, this is my 4th live. Thank you for giving me a good laugh and always speaking your truth. You are so welcome. Thank you for tuning in. Shy Beast and $50 says, what happened to integrity? Unfortunately, it seems like it's gone out the window in this day and age, sadly. So it's not a lot of integrity out here anymore. People just, fucking out here like it's a sport. Just sport fucking, unfortunately. It's sad. So we talked about that situation for an hour here. Please hit the like button if you guys are enjoying this stream. There's over 7,000 people in here and only 2,000 likes. Okay, so Whoop Tina says, Nina, sorry, says, yep, she can sue for emotional distress. I work in healthcare. Definitely depends on the state, though. Stay safe and protect yourself. Wow. Well, thank you for that information, because he definitely put her through a lot of unneeded stress. He's the poster child for Dusty Demon at this point. So now, let's talk about this situation with Miss Nikki Baby and a lady named, wasn't it Rashida Nicole? So All right. So all this took place in February. So if y'all don't know, y'all know the Ball brothers. I've talked about them over the years. LeAngelo, LaMelo, and Lonzo Ball. LaMelo is the middle child, and he clearly has middle child syndrome. The other two seem to be doing well for themselves. In the NBA, LaMelo is not. He's now a struggle rapper. But he was dating Miss Nikki Baby. They had 2 kids together, 2 babies back to back. Miss Nikki Baby, as we know, she has money. She comes from money. Not Lonzo, the father. What's the father's name? I can't even think his name. Y'all write in the chat. I see his face. I cannot think his name. But the father even gave Nikki props and was like, he really likes Nikki for LeAngelo. Nikki has her own. She's not looking to move in with him. You know, all this stuff. And Nikki was eventually, LeVar, that's his name, LeVar Ball. He did an interview about Miss Nikki Baby and spoke very highly of her. So, we were happy for Miss Nikki Baby. She was settling down, had her 2 babies, had a boy first and the little girl. While she was pregnant, she found out that LeAngelo was cheating on her, okay? LeAngelo was cheating on her with this woman named Rashida Nicole. And Rashida Nicole she loved it. She was here for it. You couldn't tell her shit. She loved being the other woman. Let me find here. Sad. After 2 kids. So he decided to walk out on her. After he got with her and claimed that he wanted to have a child with her, he up and just left Miss Nikki Baby. So this was in February. So let me go ahead and pull this up. Let's look at this real quick here. All right. LeAngelo, Jello Ball. Okay. So Miss Nikki Baby wrote, I see everyone has been sending me that Jello is cheating on me. I want to clear this up and speak my truth. I am just as surprised as you are. We spent 3.5 years together, and last week he decided to walk out on his kids and I and tell me he got somebody else pregnant, allegedly. Now he's creating a new life with her. We were just happy and planning family photos. I am beyond blindsided by this whole thing, and the ultimate betrayal is not even the word. My daughter is not even 2 months old, and dealing with this postpartum is very hard. Please pray for me and my healing because I will get through this. I had to be strong for my kids, but I have absolutely no words. Karma is real, and God don't like ugly. I hope it was worth losing his family. So that is what Nikki posted. And, I remember commenting about this. I mean, I felt horrible for her because, again, Nikki's been looking for love for a long time. She had 2 babies, and he just decided to walk out on her and the babies. So then Rashida came back, popping shit, claiming she was racist and all this other stuff to deflect from her being a homewrecker.
Address this, but I'm tired of people playing victim on the internet. 1, people move on, things change. Yes, it may not be updated or addressed to the internet because it's not for y'all. People have private lives. We have real lives out here. You don't know what's going on. So everybody coming for me and trying to slut shame me and woman shame me, and I'm so sick of that narrative. Like, y'all so quick to blame the woman. Y'all don't know what's going on. People love to play victim for the internet. Half the time, that lady don't even have her kids. Let's be clear. There is no abandonment over here. Number 2, the lady and her family are racist. I don't care what anybody says. She always got the N-word in her mouth. You are not black at all. No, surprise. Stop posting about me. Stop trying to throw shade. Like, just leave me alone. You claim you happy. You wanted to meet me. I wasn't even going to address.
Okay. First of all, of course he's always going to make her be the problem because he's trying to get with the new person. So she's talking all this smack. Again, this was in February. So let's see. Then Nikki says, I'm not with my kids. The only person who's not with them is they daddy, bitch. You wanted attention, you got it. You can keep him, he's trash. Then she says, FYI, he told me on text she's pregnant. Coward and pathetic shit. Then she says, the same way you get them is how you lose them. Thinking you win him by getting pregnant with a man who has a newborn is crazy work. Also, in terms of age, to clarify, the girl he left his family for is older than me. So he definitely likes them older. Okay? So now we fast forward to dun 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 dun. Breaking news. LiAngelo Ball files to divorce Rashida Nicole. Okay? They end up getting married. And grand opening, grand closing. TMZ Sports obtained more details on the split, with documents showing that on March 24th of 2025, which was the date of their marriage, and the June 15th of their separation. Now remember, all that back and forth was in February. They got married in March. And in July, we're now in July, they're separated. Reason behind their divorce, irreconcilable differences. Docs show that Jello is asking for joint custody and visitation and wants to terminate spousal support for both parties. LiAngelo Ball filed for divorce from Rashida Nicole just days after the influencer announced that she was pregnant with the couple's child. And this was them leaving the courtroom. Not even a gown. Not even a wedding dress. This girl's a clown. Now, let me see. There was some other... Let me come back. Make sure I had the clip here. Because she thought she ate, honey. But I knew there was problems when this happened on the Shade Room. She thought she ate. Now, remember, we just had the BET Awards in June, honey. And I thought this was really strange. Because I thought that was your boo. Let's clock this tea real quick. Hold on. Watch this.
All right. There you go. All right, give us a little kiss, a little smooch. A little smooch, a little kiss. He's like, I ain't doing it. You gotta train him a little more. What do you want to do? Thank you. All right.
Okay, first of all, you shouldn't have to train a grown man. He's not a dog. He's a grown man. You got to train him a little bit more. No, if you can't kiss me in public and you just watch, he's not into her. He wasn't into her. She got pregnant and she thought she won something. So that right there was telling me that, okay, seems like there's trouble in paradise. But again, it is what it is. But now it's come out that he's divorcing and leaving her and she's pregnant. And she made a grand announcement to let everybody know that she was pregnant. Let's see here. Yeah, they've been going back and forth for months, her and whatchamacallit. So everybody's roasting her right now on TikTok. Let's play this video really quick.
Girl,
hold up. Because she had just announced her pregnancy not too long ago.
Mom is about to eat your ass up. You think he did Nikki baby bad? Girl, he about to do you worse. For some reason, like, you think you...
Okay, so this was on June 22nd. This girl made this video, okay? And so she was writing here, I wish we had the right words. This was her announcement about the pregnancy. So this girl is talking about this on June 22nd when she announced her pregnancy.
I think you won because you stole him from Nikki while she was going through postpartum. And you about to get it worse. Girl, by the end of this year, probably before that baby been born, your ass about to be crashing out on the internet. And I guarantee when she posts her maternity pictures, his ass probably not gonna be in it. This is insane. Why would you go and get pregnant from that man that just left his family for you? This is insane. Getting pregnant is one thing, but keeping it, oh my God, I fear. I am married, but I fear getting pregnant and having maternity pictures and the father ain't in it. That is just insane. And then she said her daughter helped her through the pregnancy, as if it's her daughter's responsibility to be helping her. Girl, that means she about to have her daughter babysitting that new baby while she out running behind that man. This is insane. Girls, we gotta use our brains. What are we doing? Girl, Karma is about to eat your ass up.
She thought she won a prize. There was somebody else eating her up too.
Rashida girl, come to the front real quick. I heard Jello was filing for divorce while you're pregnant. That's crazy. And see, I'm not one to laugh at another woman's expense or pain, but it's the fact that a couple months ago you were on this internet laughing at Nikki, who was at home with a toddler and a newborn experiencing postpartum, and thought it was funny to get on live or record yourself with her child's father talking down on her, when you were the one he was cheating with. You were the side chick, and you were proud to be the side chick, and you were proud to get married, and you were proud to get pregnant by this man, only to end up being a single mother before you even had the child. A single divorce.
Imagine getting on Beyonce's internet, okay, talking shit to another woman who has a 2-month-old by the person that you're fucking. You're the side chick, only to find out that you got the same man. Objection. You're a clown. You're a straight up clown. Because she talks so much shit on social media, only for that same man to file for divorce from you. You didn't even file the divorce. He filed divorce from her. Tragedy. Just tragic.
Mother at that, okay? This is what happens when you think that you're the exception and that you can change a man. You cannot change a man. He can only change himself. Only him and God can change him. You thought that you were going to be any different from Nikki? You watched this man do his children dirty, and you thought he wasn't going to do you dirty? Any man that can do his child dirty can do anybody dirty, period. What did you think? And now you're in the same position. The only difference is at least he stuck around for Nikki to have the 2 kids. He didn't even wait for you to drop. Y'all keep listening to these pillow talks and letting these men stuff you up like a pillow with a baby inside your womb. What made you think he was going to treat you any different? I just had to say that again. And now you're about to be a single mom, and he damn sure not going to be present in that child's life, just like he wasn't present with the first 2 that you was laughing at. Rashida.
She killed it. She killed it. There's too many women out here, especially in the celebrity world, thinking that, you know, somehow they're different from the last woman. Somehow, you know, their coochie's better, their head game is better, and they find out, you know, at the end of the day, objection, bitch, you got the same exact man. Next. Get out my courtroom. You got the same exact man. I know she got egg all over her face. Because she could have just, you know, been the side chick, lived her, you know, her best life, whatever, but again, wanted to get pregnant for a bag. Because that's why she did it. She wants to be tied to LeAngelo. She wants money. And the thing is, Nikki was never about that. Nikki has her own money. Nikki has her own. Their kids are going to be straight regardless. Like this lady looks like a clown right now. Because when I tell you, she was just, she was feeling herself. She was really feeling herself. And then to come out and announce that you're pregnant in June, and now it is what, July 10th, and you're divorced, and y'all just got married in March. You can't make this up. When I seen that, I couldn't do nothing but cackle. I said, ooh-wee, karma. You can't play. You can't play with people's relationships. You don't build your foundation. You don't build your relationship on another woman's tears. That's never going to work. I don't know when women will realize that. Like, you, and I don't know when men will realize that as well. A side chick is only going to be cool being the side chick for so long. Every side chick eventually wants to be the main. Okay? So then at that point, you have to make a decision between your side chick and your main chick. And if you choose wrong, that side chick will come back with a vengeance. Will fuck up and blow up your spot. So a lot of these guys need to, you know, learn their lesson too. Karma is real. And she's going to be LeAngelo's lesson. Because, see, it was all fun and game during the honeymoon phase. Oh, she's going to be on social media blasting LeAngelo, talking about the Ball family, spilling all their family tea. Oh, she's going to be a thorn in his side. See, Miss Nikki Baby, she got things to lose. She has a brand. So she don't got time to sit here and go back and forth. And, you know, she said what she had to say. She's moved the fuck on. She has a new man. She got a new daddy, you know, around for the kids, you know, little stepdaddy, whatever. But this new girl, Rashida Nicole, oh, she's messy. She's going to be a thorn in LeAngelo's side. That is going to be LeAngelo's karma, is Rashida Nicole. Trust and believe. She's going to be on social media 6 months from now crying about child support, how he ain't shit. He got a little peen. His breast stink. He's a mama's boy. He's a narcissist. We've heard it all. Remember all the Fetty Wap baby mamas? They all swore they were better than the last Fetty Wap baby mama. And they all realized they had the same man. Then they started coming online crying about how he was a deadbeat. She's going to be that one. She's going to be his karma. Because he thought it was fun to, you know what I'm saying, disrespect his relationship for 3 years with Nikki and then run off with the side chick. Oh, the side chick ain't having it. She's about to blow up everything. Now that he's filed for divorce, oh, she's about to lose it. Trust and believe. And I'm going to be here sipping tea. So, yeah. So I said them strokes are working overtime. Yeah, I can't believe it. He went from having no kids to having 3 kids by 2 different women. That's crazy. And they were raised with both their mom and dad. They were raised in a 2-parent household, you know what I'm saying, in the suburbs. But, you know, LeAngelo wants to be so hood, and he wants to be a hood booger so bad. I don't get it. Because he was never raised in that lifestyle. I don't understand that. But, you know, it's always the middle children. Yeah, it's a mess. Let's see here. Michael Slaughter said, "Are we boycotting the new Madea movie?" I haven't even seen the trailer yet, so I didn't plan on watching it. I haven't seen the trailer. But thank you for the super chat. LaPortia says, not LaPortia. Sparkly says, voluntary womb service. Shake my head. Ooh-wee. That's what it's coming off like. People just volunteering their womb, honey. Sorry, but pregnancy is too serious to just be, you know, willing to carry just any and everybody's baby when you could, you know, anything can happen during your pregnancy. Some women don't make it out of their pregnancy, so definitely be careful. All right, what else did I want to hit on before I leave here? Oh, yeah, we got to talk about Paul Pierce. Oh, God. All right. Paul Pierce, child, got a podcast. And he has a message for women. I don't know who asked for this message, but he has a message for all women. So we're going to go ahead and listen to what good old Paul Pierce, former basketball player, has to say. This is why everybody don't need a microphone, but let's go. All right, Paul Pierce says women are cooked after 30s and tells women your prime is between the ages of 25 to 30. His co-host hits back, says she knows how to do so much more now than when she was younger. Let's go ahead and listen.
Tired of these females who cooked after 30. I'm going to say it like that. Cooked.
Okay, so you're personally attacking me, so I would like to know.
How am I attacking you?
Because I'm after 30, so I'm cooked.
Yeah. 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 Listen.
I'm crying.
Yes, dog. Listen, dog. Guys is over here like, yo, prime is 25 to 30. Let's keep it 100.
But let me say this. I hear exactly what you're saying, right? I've heard it before. People have said it. Women age like milk, men age like fine wine. I've heard it 1,000 times, right? For me personally, I'm going to say this. Me, maybe I am cooked, but you know what? I'm cooked and it tastes delicious because I was not given what it needed to give when I was in my 20s. I didn't know my body. I didn't know what I wanted. I didn't know what I liked. I didn't know how to fuck. I didn't know how to suck. I didn't know how to throw it back.
I'm just tired of these females.
I didn't know how to throw it back. Now I could do all of those things plus more. I understand who I am as a woman. My emotional maturity is here. And at the end of the day, I know that it feels like there's women who are jaded because they've been with so many men and now they're cooked. I understand that perspective. But personally, for me, I feel so into my bag as a 30-year-old because...
And then after 34, 35, man, think about this. When I cook some food, or it's cooked, right? Now I ate some, then it's leftovers. Then I put it in the refrigerator. After so many days, you got to throw it out. You know what I'm saying?
This is crazy.
Like, how long do Thanksgiving food last after Thanksgiving? How many days we giving it? 3? Then you throw it out. So that means if you cooked at 30, 35, we got to throw it out.
I didn't know how to throw it back.
Let me come ahead and let me get back on the screen, child. Okay. Objection. They're both clowns. First of all, she says she's 30. I'm not explaining shit to nobody. And then, now at my age, I can throw it back. I know how to cook. I know how to clean. Why are you explaining yourself? Well, why are you explaining yourself to this man who's sitting there with crossed legs? Looks like his nuts hurt. I'm not explaining shit. My thing is this. The reason why he's saying this is because he's an older. Let me check. What is his age? Because the way he's talking, he gotta be between the ages of 25 and 30, because he can't be old himself. How old is Paul? Let me Google Paul Pierce's age. Oh hell no! Oh hell no! No! Ain't no way in hell. Let me fix this screen. Objection. This motherfucker is damn near 50? Oh, you need to throw him in the garbage disposer. He's all the way. He's not only cooked, he's spoiled. I legit thought, I knew he played basketball, but I'm like, okay, he gotta be at least maybe 35. This man is damn near 50. Talking about somebody who is 30 is cooked, and people who are over the age of 35 need to be thrown in the trash like Thanksgiving food. Why are we comparing human beings to a Thanksgiving dinner? By your logic, at your big age of 47, you should be just in the coffin, in the ground. That is disgusting, and he's talking like that. I didn't even know he was that damn old. He's saying this because, let's just keep it real, he wants somebody under the age of 30 because they're easier to manipulate. He's a bitter, scorned man. He went through a divorce, and he ain't been right since his wife probably took half. That's really why he's mad. He's projecting. And now what he's ready to do is ruin some young girl's life who's under the age of 30. He's ready to ruin her life and manipulate her and do all his narcissistic bullshit onto her because he's upset at the ex-wife who got him for a bag. I don't even see how you can talk like that at the age of 47. Does he have any, let me see, does he have children? Let's Google that. Kids. Because he got to have all boys. Oh. Hold on. No. Oh my God. No. I know that's not a daughter I see. He got two daughters. Let me show y'all what I'm looking at right now. I'm flabbergasted. This makes it all worth it. 1, 2, 3 kids, 2 daughters. So, and this was in 2018, and I don't know how old these children are. So basically, your daughters will be cooked then. Once they hit 25. Like, how do people talk like this? I don't get it. It's so ignorant. It proves that everybody doesn't need a microphone. How do you sit up on a platform, you have millions of followers, and sit there and say that people over a certain age are cooked? Meanwhile, your ass is got one foot in the grave. And got 2 daughters. That is insane to me. And then we sit here and we wonder why so many young girls are so scared to age. We wonder why you have a generation of kids on TikTok, and I call them kids because half y'all young to be my damn kids, are sitting here so scared to turn 30. Hell, somebody did, when we had the Zoom meeting yesterday, that was one of the conversations we had, because one of the Discord members was turning 30, and she was saying that, she's scared. People are scared to turn 30 because of conversations like this. Once again, 30 is not old. And I just hate the fact that this narrative is constantly being pushed by bitter older men. You don't see older women pushing this narrative. Again, date who you want to date. Nobody cares. If you want to be 47 and date a 21-year-old, it's legal. Do you, poo? Okay, I don't make the laws. But you don't have to disrespect people who are your age. You don't have to disrespect women over the age of 30. That does not make any sense to me. Especially when you have daughters. So what is that telling your daughters? You literally have children on TikTok doing skincare, anti-aging skincare routines at 13. You have 13-year-olds on TikTok trying to prevent wrinkles. Their skin hasn't even fully developed and they're trying to prevent wrinkles. Remember I did that whole thing about the Sephora kids? They're all using Drunk Elephant on their skin. That's meant for people in their 40s. And again, 40s is not even old. That's what's so funny about it. 47 is not even old. I'm just, clowning him and using his logic against him when I say 1 foot in the grave. Of course that's not old. Hell, 50 is not even old when you think about it. And okay, so if everybody's cooked at 30, what do you expect people to do once they hit 30? Are they supposed to just roll over and die? It's disgusting. It's really sad. Yeah, $75 on Drunk Elephant products for 14, 15-year-olds. Well, hell, the Sephora kids were 10 years old. It's sad. And then we'll sit here and we wonder why plastic surgery, and I know y'all been seeing all the new plastic surgery, the facelift. Kris Jenner and all these new celebrities. Let me see, facelifts. That's all the rage now on TikTok is facelifts. Oh yeah, this is the girl that went viral. I was shooketh. Here goes this girl doesn't even, oh God. Look at all these young people that are now getting facelifts. So sad. Let me share my screen. 6 days since facelift. This girl don't even look like she's over the age of 35.
Okay, everybody, so it's officially been 6 days since my surgery. I had my surgery on the 20th, today is the 26th, and this is what we're looking like.
Okay, she has music in the background. Why does a woman like this need a facelift? I don't even see a wrinkle on her. But this is what we're creating. And then in the same breath, y'all will sit here and knock people for getting plastic surgery. But we have these celebrities talking like this.
Everybody's saying that Kris Jenner had a deep, plain facelift. But is that true? And what is that? Let's get to the bottom of it now. A facelift is the only way to lift the lower face and the neck to create changes like this. During that operation, incisions are made in front of and behind the ears. The skin is elevated and pulled and excised, leaving permanent scars. Now, once the skin is elevated, fat is often removed or repositioned, and the muscle as well. Most facelifts...
I don't like the music he has in the background. I know my ears are sensitive. Turn off that damn elevator music, sir. Objection. Just talk. We don't need background music. Why do y'all do that on TikTok? Next.
Les presento el caso de nuestra paciente de 42 años, una paciente con secuelas de pérdida ponderal, que teníamos bastante exceso de piel a nivel del cuello, mejillas, y les quiero mostrar su resultado. Ahora tenemos 9 días de su cirugía, hemos retirado todo el exceso de piel, logramos una adecuada definición mandibular y logramos reposicionar todos los tejidos y mejorar los surcos.
I'm not gonna lie, I don't even know what she's saying in Spanish. You know, bless their heart. Muchos gracias for this video. She looks like a whole new person. But now we're wondering why facelift is a new plastic surgery. This is the quickest rising surgery now, is facelifts. And it's being all promoted out through TikTok.
Down here.
Yeah, she's the one who went viral the other day. She went to Guadalajara. Look at her.
How much did it cost? So she charges in pesos. It was 200 down here to...
She looks like a whole different... She went from a granny to a vixen.
Look more. How much did it cost? So she charges in pesos. It was... What you gonna do? Tell me what you gonna do.
Allowed to grace. We're not even allowed to age gracefully anymore.
There's a lady on here who got a facelift in Guadalajara, and it's so good, I'm actually scared. Like, her before and her after, she went from looking 51 to looking 27. Like, usually when women get a facelift, you can still tell they're, like, older. This is, like, freaking me out, because if this is where we're at right now, like, Kris Jenner already got a facelift that's, like, probably the best facelift in the game. If this is where we're at when it comes to surgery, we're gonna have 50, 60, 70-year-olds walking around looking like 30-year-olds pretty soon. I don't know how I feel about that. I don't know if I like that.
So I just wanted to just show you guys some of those clips, you know, and that's the part that's really disturbing, is that it's conversations like that people who have huge platforms are sparking on social media. Y'all saw that first girl. She couldn't have been older than maybe 35 at the most. And she's getting a facelift. I'm seeing so many conversations of people wanting to get facelifts now in their late 20s before they turn 30, because they're trying to prevent aging. Because they're being told by these podcasters and celebrities who have voices and platforms that they're cooked once they turn 30. This is coming from a man who's 47 who has 2 daughters. So I guess it's going to be okay once your daughters turn 30 for them to be just discarded and thrown away like trash, like you want for everybody else's daughters. That is sick. It's sad and sick. Don't let these people, these podcasters, these influencers, just whatever, make you feel like, you know what I'm saying, like you should feel bad because of your age or getting older. Because if you don't get older, what is the opposite of not getting older? Is death. So, I mean, if you want to still be here, you're going to get older. Everybody ages. I don't understand like this whole obsession, you know, with everybody trying to act like aging is a bad thing. You got people who get mad when people call them aunties. You are an auntie. People call me auntie all the time. I don't care. I love it. I embrace it. I'm grown. I'm not trying to be in the same boat or be in competition with somebody who's 20. For what? You're learning your life, you're growing through life, you're going through your experiences, and I'm going through my experiences at my age. It's okay to be called an auntie. It's okay to be called an uncle. Other cultures embrace aging, because the older you have, most people, the more wisdom and more knowledge that you gain. Again, I said most people, because he clearly lacks wisdom and common sense. But the girl explaining herself, ain't no way in hell I'm about to be explaining all that to somebody that ignorant. We don't need to know what you do in your bedroom. We don't need to know that you can cook. He doesn't care. He doesn't value you. The fact that he can say that and you're his podcast partner says a lot about how he sees you. So instead of trying to validate yourself to him, screw him. I want to validate it anything. Let him sit there and make himself look stupid. Why are you trying to sell yourself well, even though I'm over the age of 30, I can do this and do that. Who cares? A real man's going to value that. So, yeah, it's sad. It's really sad. All right, my good sis, Moneybag Mo's in the building. Hey, and y'all know she's the one who sent me this, and I didn't realize this until recently. She got it, and it says lovely tea on here. So the gavel says lovely tea. So thank you. I love yous in this. This is from Moneybag Mo. And Moneybag Mo, I'm going to be reaching out to you soon. So, you know what I'm saying? Be on the lookout. But thank you so much for the $499.99 super chat. You always come through and show a lot of love to my platform. I really appreciate you, sis. So I would definitely be reaching out soon. And thank you for the gavel, honey. I love it. Objection. Moneybag Mo's in the building, honey. Y'all know when she comes out, it be number money bags in the chat. So thank you so much, sis. Unknown man sent $5, says, I'm in my 30s and I'm not cooked while he's sitting there looking like compost. Yeah, it's sad that he would even say something like that. It's disgusting. Let's see here. Trendy Lock says, Tigo Diamond strikes again. You said it with Jello and Rashida. Yes. Thank you so much for the super chat. I appreciate you. Jumping Flash sent $10, says, objection, you're a clown. T took me all the way out. Thank you so much. I love my gavel, honey. Sierra says, if I'm cooked, he's burnt. He is 47 years old. Exactly. Like, that's just ignorant. I don't understand that at all. Let's see here. Noah Kigo. Sorry if I mispronounced your name. Sim 499 says Paul Pierce is dusty. Who asked for his opinion? Podcast equipment needs to cost $5 million because most podcasts need to stop. Yeah, it seems like a lot of these podcasts they're just agents of chaos. And I just don't understand why a lot of these podcasts, like how many times we're going to have these same dry conversations about ageism, colorism, women, black women ain't shit, black men ain't shit, the gender roles. Like, can we get some new conversations on these podcasts? Can we talk about things that really matter? Can we talk about the economy? Can we talk about cloud seeding? Can we talk about the floods? Can we talk about Palantir? Can we talk about who's really running the government? Can we get some of those conversations? Just saying. Let's see here. Big Ant 062 says, like ESPN, they Paul Pierce in the trash. Exactly. Thank you for the super chat. Clarissa X in 499 says, some men criticize women for aging, but the truth is they often pursue younger women because they're easier to control and manipulate. Exactly. Forever Your Leo sent $9.99 says, hey T, not him being 47 talking shit. He's jealous of them 20-year-old guys that want to compete with them to find them younger women to be a nurse with a purse. Exactly. And like I said, it's funny because for a lot of older women, like a lot of older women are getting approached by younger guys. A lot of older women are dating younger anyways. And I think it seems like it's starting to cause bitterness in some of these guys. It's like they're mad because a lot of older women are like, okay, well, since y'all want to run behind the 21, 22-year-olds, cool, go do you. They know that most of those women are just there to use them for their money and their status, and that's about it. And so a lot of older women are like, okay, well, we're moving on. So a lot of older women are dating younger anyhow. And you notice whenever it's an older woman with a younger guy, the conversation is different. There's a lot of shit talking. You know what I'm saying? A lot of these guys get really, really triggered. But if they're dating younger, it's like that's the norm in society, But yeah, it's going to be interesting because a lot of these guys forget that they had to age too. And you got to watch how you treat people. And being a womanizer will leave you in the nursing home by yourself with nobody there around you, when you're sick and lonely. So people need to watch how they treat folks. Now, granted, he has money, but, the average person listening to that podcast should not have that mentality. Let's see here. Jesse Adams sent 10, Says, yet again, rules for everyone, but not for them. Their kids are always the exception. I'm 36 years old today and thriving. I'm not letting anyone tell me that I'm cooked or finished. Amen. Amen to that. Never let anybody tell you about you, period. So, happy birthday. Let's see here. Cheeky Entertainment says, I fear what the future kids will look like by the time they're 30. Yeah. It's going to be interesting because a lot of these kids look a lot older than their age. You know, just because they're so in a rush to grow up. And then once they hit, 30, it's like, oh my God, I'm old. And I don't know. It's too much. The heavy makeup, just everything. Jay McCullough said 999 says, if people want to look younger, they should start with their health. Stop using vapes, reduce alcohol consumption, focus on a balanced diet, maintain fitness, and prioritize mental health and well-being. Amen. People never talk about that. They always just assume that looking younger is just simply plastic surgery and fillers and Botox and everything else. A lot of it starts internally, point blank. And I think, honestly, that's what's helped me look young. I don't drink. I don't smoke. And, y'all see me. I'm always sipping water. I'm not on here taking shots and getting drunk with my audience and smoking blunts. Not knocking people who do that. I drink water. That's my thing. And I think that has helped me a lot because I look at all the people that I went to school with. You know what I mean? They look way older. Skin, missing teeth, they look old. Like that drug use really comes back. And that's why I think a lot of like the Gen Z tend to look older because a lot of them, be popping pills and perks and Molly and drinking heavy. All that drug culture and the music has made, getting high, be seen as just, oh, you're just getting high. It's okay to pop perks and Molly and this and that and that. All that stuff ages you internally. It takes a toll on you, Yeah, they be burnt out by the time they're 30. Lips be black, all types of stuff. So, yeah, he can't make me feel bad about my age, honey. I'm grateful to be here. You know what I'm saying? I wasn't supposed to make it past a certain age. I'm grateful for every year I'm here. You know what I mean? So, and I know I look good for my age, honey. So, shit. So, I'm grateful. I'm so grateful. I wear my 40s proudly. Can't nobody shame you. Can't shame me and you look like that at 47, bitch. Objection. Absolutely not. He needs to sit down somewhere. That's just sad. Yeah. So, again, it does. It starts internally. Watching what you eat, walking. Y'all know me. I walk in the mornings before, it gets too hot. I'm walking on my trails, and then in the evening, once I leave this stream, I'm going to be out walking again for like an hour or two. I walk around, talk on the phone, make phone calls, watch podcasts. So, if you can't like be in the gym, because I can't do like a lot of real strenuous, like gym activities, unfortunately, but I can walk. There's no excuse. Even if you have health issues, you can still walk, and that's why I keep a Fitbit on. So my Fitbit monitors like my sleep, my walking, everything, so fuck a Rolex. I keep a Fitbit on. That's how much I take, my health. So yeah. So don't let people, what I'm saying, 40 it's a good age. I know like you feel like, I know everybody, like your 20s are fun. Don't get me wrong. Like 20s were cool. I went through a lot of my 20s. I was married, I had the boys, I went through a divorce in my late 20s. So my 20s were okay, but it was hard, And then like my 30s, I was busy raising the boys, y'all know basketball practice and picking kids up, dropping kids off, and just everything that you have to do, cooking dinners. So now that the boys are grown, you know what I'm saying? Like they're good kids, they're handling their business, they're working. It's like now I can relax. And I still look good for being in my 40s. So it's like I'm about to live my best life. Now I can travel. They act like they my daddy or something. Got me checking in and you need to come back home. You've been gone all week. When you coming back? You always in Atlanta. You know what I mean? So it's like once you hit your 40s, like you're able to start like a new chapter in your life. I mean, unless you mess around and get pregnant, then you got to start over. Then you got to start all over. So that's the funny part about being 40, because some of my friends who are in their 40s, they have gotten pregnant and then they got these little babies, but then they got grown kids who are like, you know, in their 20s. And the grown kids are not, they're these new kids, they're not babysitting. They're like, that's your baby. Nobody told you to get pregnant at 42. So like they're stuck not having to start over. Because these Gen Z kids, they're not playing that. They're outside too. They're like, I'm not having no baby. You want to get pregnant at 42, mom? That's on you. We're outside. So it's stuff. I got friends right now with like little babies. I'm like, good luck to y'all. I'm out here. I'm outside with the young ones. Okay? I'm outside with Gen Z. I'm not changing no Pampers right now. I'm ready for grandkids. Fingers crossed. I'm ready for grandkids. And you know what I'm saying? Marriage, of course. Marriage and grandkids. That's what I'm ready for. So at least that way, you know what I'm saying, I can take care of the babies. You know what I'm saying? You know, I'm going to be a fly grandma and then hand them back. That's my goal. You know, I still do want a baby, but then, you know, like the boys be telling me like, you don't need to have another baby because you be outside. You're always gone. Like, who's going to watch this baby? Like, you literally will live stream for 2 hours. Who's supposed to babysit when you're live streaming? We're not babysitting. The kids have told me that. So I'm just like, well, damn. I mean, I guess the father, I would hope, you know, if I had another child, it'd be with the husband. So I guess the husband can do it. But the boys have told me they're not babysitting. So I'm just like, yeah, thank you. Somebody said, just be a glamour. Thank you, Sonny. I'm going to be a glamour. Because they've already told me they're not babysitting. Mm-hmm. They are not babysitting, honey. But yeah, I do. I'm ready for like grandkids. Because half of my friends are grandparents and they have, you know, their grandkids. And I'm like, oh, that's so sweet. They be at the zoo with the grandbabies and shit. You know what I mean? I be tagging along. But yeah, I'm ready for like grandkids. But that's the problem. These kids keep talking about they don't want no kids. Or they're not ready for kids. I'm just like, well, damn. Gen Z don't want no kids. We be having these conversations in Discord. Like, y'all really do not really want kids like that. They're like, the economy's bad. Yeah, so, I mean, I get it. I'm not knocking y'all. But I still, you know, I still want some grandkids. You know, but shit. And then I thought, well, yeah, I do. I need a little girl. Thank you, Jay. Somebody said you need a little girl. I would love me to have a little girl. I'm saying do her hair and stuff. But I don't know. We'll see. I just don't want to start over. That's the only thing. It's like, it's a lot. Because even when I, like, you know, I have like little nephews and nieces and stuff like that. And I mean, I love when they come over. But my house is not kid-proof. You know, now that my kids are grown, I have nice shit. I have a lot of crystals and, you know, my whole house is like glass and crystal and mirror. And, you know, they touch everything. You see their handprints on everything. They want to be in front of the big mirror and, you know, look at themselves. They want to touch. I have a lot of windows. So when kids leave my home, I'm cleaning. You know what I'm saying? I'm cleaning. So I'm like, I couldn't deal with that every day. Toddlers get into shit. And then, like, I got them swivel chairs, real nice swivel chairs in my living room. They jump on them and they want to push themselves around. So I'm like, damn, my patience be tested when the little ones come over. So I'm like, can I do this every day? And the answer is objection. No, I can't. I can't. So I'd rather have grandkids. I can get them back and then still have my clean house. I don't know if I could do that every day. And I'm not going to go back to having brown furniture. We're not doing that. I'm not going to go for what I have now to like wood furniture and brown furniture. I paid my dues. Okay. I raised 2 boys. They would throw footballs around the house, basketballs. They done broke picture frames. I paid my dues. So now that they're grown, I can have nice shit. I'm not going back to brown couches, black carpets. Okay. I'm not doing that. You know, you got little kids, you got 2 choices. Am I lying? All your furniture is either black or brown. And everybody got that wood coffee table. You can't have nice shit with little kids. Can't have no mirrored, you know, coffee table. They'll touch stuff, they'll scratch it. So I have paid my dues. I can't do no more brown couches, black couches. All my furniture is light colored. I have, you know, blue accent, you know what I'm saying? Little swivel chairs. We're not going back to the black and brown. And yeah, and the plastic covers. Thank you. We're not doing that in 2025. I'm a mess, y'all. Shout out to everybody with brown couches and little ones. Do what you gotta do when you got little ones. You know what I'm saying? But once they're grown, what they say? Madu says T keeps having flashbacks for real. That's what I'm like. I be having to think about that. Then you gotta baby proof stuff. With like a gate, so they don't. I got nice stairs and stuff. I don't want a gate there. And then I have plug-in fans. Like smell good stuff. So you have to put in so them kids don't electrocute themselves. I have a lot of nice shit. I'm like, damn, I would have to baby proof my whole house. I don't have time. I'd rather be nervous when them kids be up in the loft. They want to, peek their head and put their head between the little bars. Get your face. I don't want your head getting stuck in there like Martin on the Martin show. So I'd be nervous when they be in the loft running across the damn, the little runway. I have the little breezeway. I'd be nervous. I'm like, I don't know if I can do it. I ain't got time to be chasing babies up and down the steps. Okay, so I guess I've answered my own question. I don't need another child. I just answered my own question, y'all. Yeah, I'm going to just stick. I will just wait for the grandbabies whenever they come. Because Then you got to get up in the middle of the night. Yeah, and I got plants. Thank you. Thank you, y'all. Yeah, I got plants too. Them kids stay digging in my plants. They all want to, look at my birds of paradise, trying to climb on it. No. My snake plants. Yeah. Yeah, ain't nothing baby proof about my house, child. I got my plant babies. Yeah, we can't do it. Can't do it. Let me read these last few super chats. I'm going to get them out of here, y'all. This has been a wonderful stream. Let's see here. Nash says, the way Gen Z loves to shit on us millennials. They sure do love popping pills and snorting chickadee crack like it's 1999. Damn. Just went for Gen Z's neck. Thank you for the super chat. Nina Saracen, $5 says, T, what do you think about Amazon Prime Day having 40% less sale than last year? Is this a recession indicator? Absolutely. Yeah. And then not even, on top of that, recessions, people's jobs, people are just being a little bit smarter with their money too. So, and then Amazon, people are upset with them just because of their different practices, them laying people off. So I think it's a lot of things that's hitting them all at once, just like with Target. Let's see here. Kathy M says, Pierce is backtracking, cleaning up what he said, acting as if what he said was actually a compliment. Oh shit, there's an update? Let me go ahead and Google Paul Pierce. Oh, now he want to backtrack. Oh no, you don't get to backtrack and pussy pop. Hold on. See if I can find anything. The only thing that's coming up is the comment about him. I'm not seeing his update. Did he post it on his Twitter? Yeah, I'm not seeing the update. I'd have to search more. It's not popping up right away. I was hoping it would pop up like some type of fake bootleg apology so I can pull out my tiny violin. But thank you for the super chat, love. Let's see here. Eat, Slay, Pray says exactly why I'm one and done. I want nice shit again. I got a 3-year-old with a glass table. Why did I do that? And a great couch. Oh, yeah. I can imagine at 3, you got to clean that glass table all the time. Handprints and everything else. And then, God forbid, they scratch it. Okay, so I don't blame you on that at all. So let me see. It was another thing I wanted to hit on before I left. Give me just a second here. Oh, yeah. The floods. Before they try and, slow down my stream, honey. I want to talk about all these floods that are happening in Texas, the strange weather, these strange clouds. I definitely think this is caused by cloud seeding and weather manipulation and HARP. Y'all know I believe in the HARP theory. So let's watch some of because there's just been different floods popping up in different states. had one up here. Okay. Okay, yeah. This lady was talking about the weather. Let's watch this real quick. She was saying some really good stuff.
This is what the sky looks like right now in Baltimore, Maryland. And if that's not weird enough, flash floods and tornado warnings have just been issued for Washington, D.C. Mount Rainier, the volcano, has experienced hundreds of earthquakes in the last 24 hours, the most since 2009. These are the floods from Indonesia today, flooding from Nepal yesterday, floods in Arkansas today, New Mexico yesterday, historic flooding in New Zealand last week, flash floods in
even China. China got it really bad about a week or so ago as well, again.
Oklahoma today, Texas just a few days ago. Bangladesh is getting hammered with floods as well. There was a sudden storm that flooded Split, Croatia today. Oh, and the cherry on top, the Earth's rotation has sped up, making today, July 9th, the shortest day of the year due to the moon's new alignment. I wonder if the moon has something to do with this weird weather, or do you think it's something else? As always, let me know down.
So it is getting crazy out here. 6 hours ago, another flash flood. And this is in Massachusetts and Connecticut. So something is, you know, I don't want to keep saying end of days, Bible prophecy, but it's a lot going on right now. This is frightening. New Mexico. Wow. Damn. That is, I didn't even know New Mexico got, I always looked at New Mexico as being more of like a dry state. Wow.
The recovery of victims in the floods in central Texas is slowing. In the past 24 hours, only one has been found. The number of deaths stands at 121, with 169 more listed as missing. 1 week ago, at this hour, a flood watch was up in the area, and then after most people, including the young girls at Camp Mystic, went to bed, it was upgraded to a flood warning, and while they were sleeping, the floodwaters came with little warning. The question many are asking tonight is, will the Texas Hill Country be any more prepared for the next flood? Jason Allen is there once again for us tonight. Jason?
Why is he hardwired? And Maurice, as you heard, we asked that question today because this is far from the first time the floodwaters have gone down this riverbed, and as deadly as this flood was, it certainly won't be the last.
Wow. Lived in Texas 35 years. Never seen anything like this.
We walked with Jay Banner on the banks of the Guadalupe River. He's a climatologist at the University of Texas at Austin.
We're in a place called Flash Flood Alley. One should be very cognizant about what the dangers are.
Banner explained how torrential rains and hard soils make building here so dangerous.
The warm, moist air masses rising due to the topography of the steep walled valleys, funneling this water very quickly.
Is this something that we need to consider changing, where we can build, how close we can actually be to the water?
Sure, this is a big part of the equation.
Satellite images show Camp Mystic, where more than 700 children were present during last week's flood, before and after flooding reshaped the surrounding landscape.
How well do the models take into account the landscape as far as where it could lead to flash floods?
In the same vein as we need to advance our climate modeling, we also do the same with understanding what we call hydrologic processes. Once the water is hitting the ground, where is it going?
Since 2016, Camp Mystic has built at least 7 structures in the flood risk area outlined by FEMA flood maps. In 2020, the county adopted rules to limit new construction or substantial alterations in floodways to ensure structures could survive flood events. Today, we asked city officials about their future flood mitigation plans.
What changes have been made to ensure if you get heavy rain again a week from now, a month from now, you don't wind up in the same situation?
I think that's an important question, and as we are aware, we've been very weather alert.
Oh, wow.
they showing their hand and they not even trying to hide it now. Now come to find out.
Again, stop with the damn music in the background because YouTube is gonna flag it.
Nasty in the weather department. There are flash flood warnings right now across New England. Parts of New England look like this. This is the expressway in Boston. Flash flood warnings everywhere. This is in Milton, Massachusetts. You can see there several lanes are flooded. They've got state troopers out there just trying to help direct traffic.
Today, North Carolina is being slammed by catastrophic flooding as the remnants of Tropical Depression Chantal dump relentless rain across the region. Chapel Hill, Durham, Alamance, and Orange counties are underwater. An entire family is still missing, including a 1-year-old boy. 5 days after the Texas floods, all that's left of their riverfront mobile home is the cement slab as the house was swept.
It's so much going on, y'all. Let me come back on the screen. Okay, who remembers, put a teacup if y'all remember when I said this about 4 or 5 months ago, and I said they are getting rid of NOAA, they're getting rid of like the weather system, the things that are gonna let people know when there's hurricanes that are coming. Who remembers when I said that? And so it's very interesting now that we have all these floods, flash floods, all of these strange weather events that are occurring. And there isn't really a proper system to warn anybody of anything. This is not good. It's really frightening, like all this stuff that's going on, because a lot of times we always think about like hurricane warnings, but we don't think about how much like the weather systems, you know, alert us for other things, like you said, like flash floods, like they said, you know, rivers rising and stuff like that. And a lot of these programs were gutted by Doge. Remember that meteorologist, remember I had played the video like a month or so ago, the meteorologist that said that he was going to retire because it just was not the same. The one in Florida that was retiring, I had played the video. He said he's going to have to retire because he can't do his job. The tools for him to do his job, to let people know when hurricanes are going to land, those tools have been taken away. It's like if it's not one thing, it's another. There was another video I had wanted to play. See if I still have it. Okay, this guy. He was saying some stuff. We're going to play this last video. Oh, let me unmute this.
Since when did it become normal for clouds to be low enough to touch the top of cruise ships in the middle of the ocean? This is this lady's first time from New Orleans on a cruise ship, and she see this thing, this cloud coming at them like a giant wave.
This cloud looked like some kind of horror movie.
The way she said it, right, it made me laugh. It's just the accent though, but check what is going on. Let me show you what the sky's been doing, y'all. We're definitely in a different world because never have I ever seen the sky look like this. Look at this, New Mexico. What level is this? What level is this? I want to know. What is the sun doing? Look at this. Look at the sun right there, y'all. How is the sun right here, but there's many lights up here? What is going on here? What is powering this thing, y'all? This looked like some type of Nikola Tesla type cloud, y'all. Am I tripping? Look at this. It's flashing. And now we're gonna take it to the craziest weather attracting state known as Texas. What are these clouds doing, y'all? Look at this. It looks like these clouds are spawning from another dimension and entering ours. This is all in Texas. Look at the light. Where is this light coming from?
It literally looks like the multiverse. Like, remember our show, Stranger Things? You know, like how the clouds would get dark and the upside down world. This is what it's looking like to me. This is frightening.
The sun don't even shine that type of color. And then the clouds are literally touching the buildings and the trees. This is still Texas, y'all. The clouds are actually walking. So, the clouds are walking. You guys are not stunned by this? People were amazed by trees walking. Aren't you amazed by the clouds walking? Look at this. Now let me show you what's going on in Georgia. Look at this shelf.
God, that looks like a face. That looks like what's that? Skeletor, He-Man. Remember the Castle Grayskull? I'm talking about child of the 80s. It looks like Castle Grayskull.
Cloud over here, y'all. This thing is not even moving. It's still.
Looks like a face.
Look at this. People are saying this is not normal weather. Georgia has never experienced this before. What would you do if you were about to get on the plane and you look outside your window and you seen this? What would you do? Is this why planes are falling out of the sky? The whole atmosphere has changed, y'all. Can y'all feel it in the air? But let me know what you guys think. Y'all, man, what's going on with the planet, y'all? We're changing. Let's continue to get it. Peace in.
Oh my gosh, it is so much going on right now with the weather and everything else. So I just wanted to share that with y'all at the end of the stream, before I leave, just because, we keep all the more serious stuff towards the end. But something is going on here. Something is. Jax ma'am said Candace Owens is grifting from Trump now. Oh, I don't know. I don't really watch her, so I don't know what she's doing. Kittabug says, I can see insurance companies going bankrupt soon with all this crazy weather. Well, a lot of the insurance companies, quiet as it's kept, they're not insuring people as much as they used to, and they've been slowly canceling people's policies. We talked about that a few months ago. People just waking up, insurance company saying, hey, we're dropping you. We can't afford to insure you anymore. But the funny part is they're not refunding anybody either. So you can drop me. Well, where's all the money I've been paying for the past 5-6 years? Oh, no Inglés. They just get to keep it and run. So at any time, these insurance companies can drop you as well, depending on your state, where you live. Many places in California, they cannot get any type of insurance. Florida, for sure. For sure. They're not insuring literally anything in Florida because it's costing too much. The weather is getting worse and worse year by year. It's been getting really bad for like the past 10 years that they can't afford to safely insure people and stay in business. So yeah, you can't even depend on insurance, even if you have it, that they're going to be able to cover the damage. It's sad. Kalisha in the chat says, my best friend got dropped by their insurance company in Florida. Yeah, it's happening to a lot of people, depending on the state. And, don't be so quick to celebrate Northerners, because I hate when people are like, oh, well, that's why I don't live in LA, or that's why I don't live in Florida. Like I always say, it's all one big circle. We're all one big circle of life. So granted, I don't live in a hurricane zone. I live up here in Minnesota. But if they cancel the people in Florida, guess what happens to us in the Midwest? Our rates go up because now we got to pay for that cancellation in Florida. They have to be able to get the cost from somewhere else. So basically, everybody else's insurance rates rise up to cover the people that they have to drop. Now, clock that T. So it sucks, but this is what's happening right now. So y'all just, be vigilant, be careful. I think a lot of y'all going to have to start learning how to be more in tune with the weather, like in the olden days. Because think about it. Back in the day, there was no weather station. We didn't have NOAA. People literally went outside. They looked into the clouds and was like, oh, it's going to rain. We need to get back to that. Remember, for the people who went with me for my birthday last year in Puerto Rico, remember we were walking through the rainforest in Puerto Rico and they were teaching us how the Puerto Ricans could tell the weather. And it was by which way that the leaves blew. If the leaves blew and you saw the white underbelly of the leaves, that meant there was going to be a hurricane or a tropical storm coming. So that's how the people in the forest knew when bad weather was coming, because the leaves blew a certain way. We're going to have to get back into that. Shout out to everybody who went to Puerto Rico with me last year. We had a ball. We're going to have to probably get back into something like that. Just getting really spiritually in tune with everything. Because at this point, nobody's coming to save anybody. And it's extremely scary. That's why I always say, you know, prepare, especially now with the tariffs and things, you know, being more expensive. Everybody should have their generators, you know, electric, you know, power banks, you know, all that stuff. Extra food, bottles of water. You just never know what's going to happen. Yeah, you just never know. Okay, Isaiah says their allergies tell them when the weather is changing. That's interesting. Yeah, we got to get back to like what our grandparents and great grandparents did. You know, and that's the problem. As much as I love technology, you know, you guys wouldn't be able to see me and I wouldn't be able to see you guys if it wasn't for technology, right? But that's also the problem, is that technology has also dumbed us down. It's made it where we become so reliant that we don't just have the natural skills. You know what I'm saying? Like, we're just so used to pull up the weather app. Is it going to rain today? Or what's the weather going to be in this part of the city? Whereas, you know, back in then, we didn't have all that stuff. You just had to be prepared. So, it's a lot. Mandarins 91 sent 5. She says, T, I sent you a message. I wrote it on June 9th on Discord about how I dreamed about cities flooding. This is wild. Wow. Yeah, it's a lot. It's a lot of stuff going on. Thank you for the super chat, sis. Costa Bell says the spiritual veil is thinning. I believe that. I believe that. It's just weird to see like these clouds and just all the water, you know, like people are like recording a lot of like strange cloud phenomenons. It's scary to look at. It really is. But yeah, I've been on here. How long I've been on here? Oh, for 2 hours and 22 minutes. Yeah, it's time for me to go. Oh my God, it's 10:30. Damn, I didn't know. I'm sorry, I got y'all up. I didn't know it was this late, honey. Yeah, it's time for me to go to bed, child. I'm about to go on my little walk. I'm going to walk for like 40 minutes and then come back in and then get ready for bed and wind down. But this has been a great chat. We got a lot talked about, you know what I'm saying? Had to put these damn demonic narcissists on blast and, you know, talk about the weather and everything else. So I thank you guys for joining me this evening and spending time with me. I hope you guys enjoyed this stream. Everybody have a good day. What is today? Thursday? Tomorrow? Dang. This week went by so fast. So if I'm not doing, I will drop some more videos. I'll probably do some more videos tomorrow. But just everybody have a good evening. Have a good day tomorrow. Be safe. Love you guys. Thank you guys for just tuning in and just always supporting my platform. I really appreciate it. So good night, everyone. Bye, y'all. I'm going to go ahead and get up out of here.